It's a relatively nice morning and I'm up early hoping to decoy one or two birds. Now, this is a meal store that I got permission recently to shoot over, and as you can see it's used to store meal, but there's no doors on the shed, so the magpies and jackdaws can come and go as they wish. So I decided to set the little pop-up bushchair hide here at the back of the store, and again disguise it with the camouflage net. I'm hoping that the birds will just take it for another large lump of meal lying at the back of the shed, but I don't know what went wrong. You'll see with the footage coming up that things just didn't go my way. The birds seemed very skeptical. Now I don't know whether it was the sight of the hide or whether it was the movement of the gun, but you'll see with the footage anyway. Once I have the hide set up again, you get the rifle out of the slip, the ammunition in the magazine, and stick it in the hide. Then gather up everything you don't need and stick it back in the van. Now I'm just simply setting out a wee bit of spilt meal here, and I'm using a dead jackdaw set up in a wee cradle of a thing I make as a decoy. I'm using the jackdaw just as a change this morning to see if it'll work just as well as the magpie. There are quite a few jackdaws about this property, so it should work. In theory anyway. And of course I've got the little E&E camera set up at the side. Once the decoy set up, I get back, settled into the hide. It's not long before a bird comes down. He seems happy enough, but as soon as I get the camera zoomed into him and go to lift the rifle into his shoulder, he's away. Now I don't know whether it's the movement of the barrel he sees or whether it's the hide he doesn't like. And again, another one comes down. Now that's all the movement I need to bring the rifle on aim. And the bird seems to spot it and away. Now you can hear there's quite a few birds sitting in a tree just to the left outside the door. And they seem to, all they want to do is sit in the tree and make a lot of noise. Nothing seems to want to come down to the decoy. But finally this magpie lands. Now he's only about 15 yards away, so I sit tight, I don't move, I don't bring the rifle up. I want to see whether it's the hide or the movement that's spooking the birds. And he seems happy enough. He's feeding away. He seems to be accepting the hide, not looking at it as something odd or dangerous. So I zoom the camera in, hoping I'll get my first shot of the morning. I am moving very slowly, very cautiously, just in case it's the movement that's spooking the birds. I get them centered on the camera. I'm bringing the rifle up and I'm looking for a headshot, but he seems to be happy pecking about the place, and then all of a sudden he's off. Something out of the blue spooked him. But after a while I believe this is the same bird that's come straight back down again. I get the camera zoomed in on him, and you'll see he is acting a wee bit more wary. He's spotted something he didn't like there, probably me bringing the rifle up to aim. But I managed to get the shot off, put the pellet through his heart before he flies off. And again from the little action camera, I drop him and send about half a dozen collared doves flying out of the house. Now, as soon as I've dropped him, I've gone out and left at him, because the birds seem that spooky at the minute. I don't think having a dead bird laying out there is going to help at all. And I cover up the wee drop of blood with a wee handful of meal. Again, I haven't moved there at all, but that bird's come straight in and flew straight back out again. This bird's come down to the decoy. I get the camera zoomed in. He's doing a wee bit of a wandering one way then the next. I'm chasing him with the camera, and again, but managed to drop him on camera with a nice headshot. And again from the action camera. You can see the tree in the background the birds like to sit in. So before I've managed to go out and lift this bird, the rest of them have spotted it, and they're kicking up quite a stink, sitting up in the tree, and I suspect flying around in the skyline above me. It got quite deafening at one point. A few of them land on a gate post, probably about 35 to 40 yards down the lane, but since there's a road runs right along the bottom of that lane there, it's not a safe shot, so I let them be. So the bird's quieting down a wee bit, and I decide to change the jackdaw for the magpie I've just shot. And it seems to be working. There's a bird lands on top of the roof here. Now he's easily within range, but again I've no backstop, and the pellet will be heading towards a public road, so I leave him be. Then he comes down and lands on top of that cattle crush there. Perfect opportunity. I get the camera zoomed in. Before I bring the rifle up, he's away. Now this is better. I get the camera zoomed in. The automatic focus decides to work, thankfully. He walks just off. I bring the rifle up, and the shooting sticks slide out from below me. Ah, so frustrating. Then another bird arrives, straight over the action camera, and lands on top of the cattle crush. I take him with a heart shot. I leave him be, because you can see here he drops straight into the cattle crush, so hopefully the other birds won't see him. Then another bird flits down. I haven't spotted him yet, but finally wake up and get the camera zoomed in on him and drop him with a nice headshot. He does a wee bit of a death wiggle, but he's shot through the head. It's just nerves. So I've done better than what I thought I was going to do when I started the day. I've got 4 birds in the bag, even though they were quite jittery at the start. I'm going to have to look at trying to set a hide up so I can overlook the tree and get a safe shot at it. That might work better for me next time. But I'll gather up with a shot here. The farmer won't appreciate dead birds laying around the yard any more than live ones. Another nice morning and a few more birds in the bag.